Hasbro, I want to give you money, but all you want to do is piss me off. So this is my you video to Hasbro. Welcome back to the junk room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you in this hot ass junk room, making a video for you, sweating my you know what's off, just for you, because that's what you deserve. That's right, I sweat so you can be entertained. Man, it's hot up here and these lights don't help at all. Oh yeah, hold on. Turn that light on too. Now it can be extra hot. So, let's talk Hasbro. In fact, I already talked Hasbro, but I recorded about 15 minutes of this, and I didn't hit record on the camera. So, let's start over. Before we get started, let me say, yes, I did work for Hasbro. But, that's using the term loosely. I was the lowest man on the totem pole you could get. I was a retail merchandiser around 1994 to 1995, when I would go in, part-time job, and help stores stock the shelves, build end caps and displays and stuff like that. Through my whole year there, I only met one other person that worked for Hasbro, and that was my boss, who I saw maybe every 3 to 4 months, if that. I was the lowest person you could get with Hasbro, and I did love the job there. In fact, I still have my retail vest today. You don't believe me? Take a look. Now, I tried to move up in the company, make the part-time job go full-time, and they told me, no, it doesn't happen that way. You're never going to move up. So after about a year, I had to move on. And I did love Hasbro, but in the last couple of years, at least from a toy collector side of things, you have really pissed me off. First off, at first I was going to blame the stores. Maybe the stores aren't ordering toys. You walk into a toy store, a Walmart or a Target, the Star Wars toys are there, and they're empty pegs. Now I know certain times of the year, like right after Christmas, they're going to let everything sell down because most stores go through a major reset, at least in the toy section, sometime around March and May. So you're going to see a lot of the empty spaces while they let all the old stock sell out, while they rearrange their toy section, other sections of the store also, and rebuild everything. So that's fine. You're going to get that sometime. But sometimes, and a lot of times, it is Hasbro's fault. Now, since leaving Hasbro, I've worked with a lot of different companies. And these companies have worked within Walmart. I didn't work for Walmart. I just worked inside Walmart, Target, Kmart and stuff like that, doing sales. And I know without a doubt that every space in these stores are like real estate. Every little square in a store is mapped out, planned out, sold out. Now if you walk into a Walmart and you go to a toy section, and let's say there's no Star Wars figures or just 1 and 2 in that whole section, and there's no reset coming up within the next 5 or 6 weeks, then you know two things. One, you got a department manager not doing their job, and they're not ordering the stuff. Which happens, but it's rare, because if you're not ordering your stuff, you're not going to be a department manager long. So that's rare. Nobody's going to risk their job not ordering stuff, but it happens. Second, it means Hasbro's not filling the orders. They're not. I have talked to other Walmart managers, department managers, Target department managers, and more. It's just not happening. The department manager will order stock. Let's say they need 5 cases of figures to fill the shelf. They put the order in. Now the orders usually come from their distribution. I cannot talk today. Distribution centers like Walmart and Target, but they have to ship that based on the orders they receive from Hasbro. So when a store orders 5 cases to fill their 4-foot section up, guess what they get? 2 cases, maybe 3 cases, if that, because they don't have the stock in the warehouse because Hasbro's not sending it to them. Now I hear people in the UK have a huge problem with this, worse than the US. So I don't know how you collect anything out there. Now, I don't understand, Hasbro, why you won't fill these stores up. And what you do really good is you fill these stores up. I mean, you fill them up like hell before the major films are released. Force Friday. And that's killing you right there, Hasbro. It's killing you. You force out all these toys for displays, end caps, 8-foot sections. And guess what? They don't sell. Why don't they sell? Well, I'll be honest with you. Kids don't buy action figures anymore, and you can't survive in just selling to collectors. That's right. And I know we can get into the argument that people just don't want these new characters, and there's some facts to that also. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, but kids don't buy action figures anymore. At least movie action figures are on the decline. And even if you do buy movie action figures as a kid, you hardly collect a whole line because there's so much coming out. You got a good movie, figure line to it. 3 months later, the next big Marvel movie or whatever's out, an action figure line to it. Back in the old days, in the 80s, you would have a movie come out, maybe 2 movies a year, and they would have an action figure line, and it would last a whole year at that because there was nothing to compete with. But that's gone, Hasbro. You can't rely on that anymore. And kids, they buy 1 or 2 figures like they used to, but they don't collect a whole line. They're off on their iPads, their video games, and all that. But no, Hasbro still forces out all this stuff on Force Friday, and then it sits there. And what happens when it sits there? Department managers come in to do an order. Look at all this Star Wars crap we got. Sure, I just got an email that says Series 2, the new stuff was out, but I can't order it. I can't get rid of the stuff I have now. Why would they take stuff off of space, put it over in clearance, and order more when they think it's not selling because you send them so much shit? It just really ticks me off, Hasbro. But here, we're going to get into what really pisses me off with Hasbro, and that's me wanting to give you money, but you make it so hard. Yes, you do. You make it really hard. Now, I don't look around me. I collect a bunch of old stuff, buy old stuff, but as you can see, I have a few new stuff here. I don't collect new stuff, but if I'm out of the store and I see something I like that's cool, I'll buy it, and I'll add it to my junk room. Nothing wrong with that. And I'll hear about something coming out and I'll get really excited. And guess what? I can never find it. Or the worst of all, are you ready? It's an exclusive. Let's talk about the Comic-Con exclusive Boba Fett. Look at this thing. I want this Boba Fett. I want this Boba Fett so bad. It looks cool. It will look great up here in the junk room. Guess what? Can I walk into Walmart and buy this? Can I go over to Target and buy this? Can I go to Kmart? Can I buy it? No. Can I go to Zayres.com? No. What do I have to do to buy this Boba Fett? Well, this is what I have to do. I have to buy a ticket to Comic-Con. What's that, $100 or more? I have to buy an airplane ticket to fly out to California to go to Comic-Con. What's that, a couple another $300-$400? I have to get a hotel room. I guess I could stay one night instead of the whole time. So, what, spending another $300 on a hotel room? You know they're going to jack up their price at hotels if it's Comic-Con weekend. So what are we up to, $1,000 already? Then I got to stand in a long-ass line of about 50 other people that may or may not get the Boba Fett. Yeah, after all that money spent, I might not even get the action figure because I had to stand on some stupid line with 30 other people in front of me, and probably half of them's going to buy as many as they can so they can put it up on eBay. Then, after going through all that trouble trying to buy that exclusive figure that you had to fly out to get, guess what happens? That exclusive figure at Comic-Con is now online. But a limited supply, and it'll be sold out by the time you even find out it's online. And guess what? 90% of those sold online will end up on eBay. Scalpers. I need to do a whole video on scalpers next. That pisses me off too. I've seen other people come in and you know what I do when I see an action figure I want to buy? I buy the action figure I want, leave the rest for somebody else. Now if I want two, one to open, one to close, I might buy two, depending on how many they have. I'm not buying 6 of them so I can pull up on eBay and hope to make my money back. Anyway, we're not talking scalpers. We're talking Hasbro. Come on, Hasbro. Why is it so hard? First up, not only am I going to have to give you money, what do I get back? If I get back anything at all, if I can find the stupid toy I want, guess what? It's really overpriced. That's right. I want to give you money for something that I know is overpriced. That's why I quit collecting those vintage card figures, because I'm not paying $13 just to get a figure on the card. But why is it so hard to give you money? And that's what I don't understand. You make something as cool as Boba Fett, one of the most popular characters in Star Wars there is, make it cool. You know everybody's going to want it, so what do? Let's sell that over at Comic-Con. One of the most popular Star Wars figures there is, and exclusive. But we'll send Rose Tico figures to every damn store we can, and we'll send so many of them you'll get sick of seeing it. Wouldn't it make better sense to make the Rose Tico some exclusive that somebody might want, and then you can sell 50 of them and send Boba Fett to the retail stores? I don't know, they're probably going to release the Comic-Con exclusive anyway with a different package or something stupid like that. But I don't understand why it's so hard to give you my money. And let's talk about the retro line. Now, I was going to buy all the retro lines. I was so excited for this toy line. I know what you're thinking, but Junkman, you said don't buy repos, don't buy fake toys. Well, these ain't fake toys. They're made by the people that own the license for it, and that's not really the case. I don't really care about that, but I can tell the difference between a retro Star Wars figure and the new figure, and that's all that I ask. If you're making a fake yak face or a fake blue snaggletooth, Just ask that you make it. Now, I'm not talking about taking a little date off the back. I'm talking about being an arm. Make it something noticeable. I can take a retro Luke Skywalker, put it to a vintage Luke Skywalker, side by side, I can tell the difference. It's pretty simple. Now, I'm not saying that new collectors will be able to tell, but I think overall most people will be able to tell. But we're not talking about that. I'm talking about how Hasbro wants to piss me off. So this retro line, I could not wait for it. They showed it at Toy Fair. I was excited about it. Tweeted about it over at Kinder Toys. Talked about it. Couldn't wait for it. Then they were up online. Guess what? Out of stock. Yep. The first hour they went up on Target, out of stock. That was probably what, pre-orders back in February? Still, haven't been stocked again. Haven't been back on Target.com since then. So, go to the store to pick them up. Guess what? Most stores, now not all stores, most Target stores, again, it's exclusive just to Target. You wouldn't want to have these figures where everybody can get to them. No. Target. Only at Target. And guess what? Each store got maybe 1 or 2 cases. And you know how many figures are in case? I know you're thinking, there's probably 3 Hans, 3 Lukes, 3 Vaders, 2 Chewbacca's. No, there's 1 figure in each box. 1 figure. There's 6 figures in a case and 1 figure in each box. So even if you go into a Target and you see it, it's only enough there for 1 person if they're going to buy the whole set. Now some stores did get 2 to 3 cases, but most stores got 1 to 2 cases, at least from everybody when I talked to. So yes, some people out there found a bunch of them at their store, but the overall case is that most people's not finding the whole set. You can't buy it online. You can't buy it at Target. It's just, oh, it just upset. I don't even want the line anymore. I did find 3 of them. Now I have 1 Target near me, so I had to drive over 100 miles to check another Target. So I hit 8 Targets that day, and I found 3. A Han, a Chewbacca, and Han, Chewbacca, and Luke Skywalker. All day. Wasted gas, time, and money to buy 3 figures. That's all I could find. That wasn't even in the toy aisle. You know where I found them at? Where most of you are finding them at? That's right, in a little section for Father's Day at Target. Now that's Target's doing right there, probably. But although I'm sure Hasbro would have to pay for that space, because I know how it works in retail. Target's not going to give space to just anybody, so I'm sure this is some deal reached between Hasbro and Target. But I get why they're in the Father's Day section, because they're trying to grab the attention of these people that don't really collect Star Wars stuff. They're just going to see that and say, hey, I had that as a kid, let me pick it up. But it doesn't matter, because most stores is going to be all empty anyway. You're not going to be able to buy it, and you can't buy it online because it's been out of order. They have such a limited stock when they do have it online, or if they ever do online, everybody's going to buy it and throw it up on eBay. Why not 2 per customer, or 1 per customer to start? 1, or why not 1 each per customer? I don't understand why it's so hard for me to give you my money for your overpriced crap. And this retro line I really loved. I don't even care anymore. I got a Target close to me, like 20 miles away. And be honest with you, I used to check it about once a week, sometimes 2 times a week. But ever since I've heard about the problems from talking to you guys on Facebook and Twitter, and I just burned out. I don't really care. If I find the other 3 I need, fine, I find the other 3 I need. If I don't find it, I don't find it. I don't care anymore, Hasbro, because you made it such a pain in the ass for me to get. But no, if I want a Rose Tico figure, you're going to send fucking 45. Ugh, you're going to send 60 packages of them, 60 cases or whatever to them. I don't understand. Why would you? And the retro line, you know people want it. It got a big buzz at Toy Fair. So what do? 1 case. Oh, well, that Target sells good. Let's send them 2 cases. That means out of all the collectors in that town, 2 people get a full set. Fuck Hasbro. Shove the stuff we don't want down our throats so bad that we get sick of looking at it. We don't even want to go to the toy section anymore. But then, when it's something you know that people are going to want, like the retro figure or a Boba Fett. Boba Fett, the most popular character in the world. So popular, he was on a Burger King glass right when the movie came out. And it's the one I bought. I bought this. Yes, this is from 1980. I bought this myself. Well, not myself. My grandma bought it for her at Burger King. But you know what I'm saying. The most popular character. And I could walk into Burger King and buy one. That's right. It wasn't hard. I didn't have to get on YouTube. Well, I didn't have YouTube then, but I didn't have to get on YouTube and stuff and bitch and complain about how I want to give you money, but you won't let me. Is it that hard, Hasbro? Is it really that hard to get toys out on the shelf? I think what it is that you have a lot of people up there with your fancy college education that don't know Star Wars. One, I think first off, you think Star Wars, put Star Wars on it, they'll buy it. We don't care, throw it out there. You don't care. There's no love and passion between Star Wars and Hasbro anymore. Hasbro, you need to lose the Star Wars license. There, I said it. You don't give a crap about Star Wars. All you care about is pushing your crappy merchandise out there, and the fans that do want it, what do? You make it most impossible for us to get. Either you're not shipping it enough to us, or you make it exclusive where it's a pain in the ass to get, and you're probably not going to get one anyway. It's not that hard. And I tell you where I really lost you, Hasbro. My son loves Indiana Jones, but then again, who doesn't love Indiana Jones? And he had all the figures that came out when the new movie did. When you made 25 different Indiana Jones, when you flooded the market with Indiana Jones, where everybody got sick of looking at them also. What happened? Did he get to play with his Temple of Doom action figures? Nope. The last series of figures, Comic-Con exclusive. Like 15 figures, Comic-Con exclusive. You know how it is to buy something that's a Comic-Con exclusive just to give a kid to play with? That's what these toys are for kids to play with. But no, you sent it to Comic-Con exclusive. Luckily, I had a friend that bought it at Comic-Con and decided he didn't want it and gave it to my son. Thank you. Thank you, Russ, for that. But good Lord. I've never seen a company so hard. I just want to get... I'm done with you, Hasbro. I really want that Boba Fett figure. But I'm not bending over backwards to get it. I'm not flying to a convention to get it. I'm not going to your stupid website to buy it. I'm not going to crowdfund you to buy a toy either. Just make the toys we want and ship them to the stores. Don't worry about shipping 20 cases of Rose Tico and DJ. Hasbro. Sorry to rant like this, but it's just... With the vintage fake shit all over the place, took my fun out of collecting the old stuff. Now Hasbro's ruined the fun of collecting the new stuff. Guess it's time to move on and just start collecting thimbles or something. Does the thimble collectors community have this problem? Do they sell thimbles that's only sold at Target, that's always out of stock? Thank you for watching. Please thumb up the video or let me know what an idiot I am and how wrong I am and how great Hasbro is. And please subscribe to the channel, even if you agree with me or not. Or change my mind. Maybe I'm overreacting. We'll be back with a whole nother video. Thank you for watching. Be back very soon.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.